Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm here to give my full review on Lorenzo Pazzagalli's Sugar Kisses. To me, this fragrance is for everybody. If you want to find out about this fragrance, then just stay tuned. What is good, YouTube? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikey Cologne and thank you very much for tuning in. That is right, today I'm here to give you my full review on this beauty from the house of Lorenzo Pazzagalli. It is Sugar Kisses. But before I get going, if you do enjoy my content, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, and press the bell because it will notify you when I drop a review at a later date. And I have a code. If you've been watching me for a bit of time now, I have a Unique Luxury code. This will give you 15% off of Unique Luxury's website. I earn no money out of this, no commission. I don't get paid to do this. They give me a code for you lot to use. It is Mikey-Kute23, and that will give you 15% off of their website, off their whole entire website. So if you're interested in that brand, use the code and take advantage. Let's dive into this bad boy. I've enjoyed testing this out, and I tell you what, I own 3 from Lorenzo Pazzagalli now, and they are all hits. When I'd done a first impressions on Carbonara the other day, that was another hit. But today we are here to talk about Sugar Kisses. This is a gourmand fragrance through and through. There is no doubt about it. To me, I'm going to tell you straight away as well that this is completely unisex. That's where the bottle sits inside. Let's put that up and let's have a look at the beautiful bottle. And you have an owl on the back and front of the cap. These are weighty old caps as well. Do you know what? I don't know if they're metal or glass. No, they're metal. And the atomizer ain't too bad. This is my scent of the day, so I'm going to spray it on skin. This is a 50ml bottle and it is extrait to parfum. And this definitely behaves like an extrait. Like, it's heavy, it's dense, it's thick, it's rich. But first off, before I get into it, I'm going to read you the notes. And there is quite a lot of notes. And I'm going to say this. I do not get all the notes in this fragrance. We'll get into it. You've got cocoa butter, fior di latte, heliotrope, sweet orange peel, frangipani, mora, vanilla, cocoa flour, tonka bean, cream flour, chocolate, coconut, vanilla pod, cane sugar, benzoin, white musk, caramel, toffee, barricaded rum. Don't know what that is. Now, how does this open up? Straight off the bat, it's sweet, it's velvety, it's smooth, it's vanillic, it's creamy. That cocoa butter, you definitely get that in this fragrance because it opens up smelling like cocoa butter with loads of vanilla. Now, I do get a touch of that orange up top, but literally it's there for 2 minutes and then it fizzles out. It adds a very light touch of freshness with that cocoa butter and that vanilla up top. Now, when this starts settling in, it keeps its creamy quality, but it starts to gain powdery edges. And then the more this settles, the more powdery the fragrance goes on my skin, but it always keeps that creamy quality to the fragrance. Now, as it starts to settle in, that caramel does come forward. It becomes present. I don't really get the toffee. It's more caramel out of them 2 notes. I do not pick up on the dates. But as this does settle in, that dark chocolate aroma does come through and it smells like powdered dark chocolate, if that makes sense. Not like a melted dark chocolate or a chocolate bar. It smells like a powdered chocolate. But because I think the fragrance is turning powdery, or the more I think because the more this sits, the more it turns powdery. I think that has something to do with it. To me, the florals here are supporting notes. I think the frangipani and heliotrope are helping out on the powdery side, helping out on the creamy side of things. Like, this is not an overly complex fragrance. It starts out smelling of vanilla, cocoa butter with a touch of citrus. Then it turns dark chocolatey with touches of caramel. There is some spice to this fragrance, and to me that spice I think is coming from the rum, because the rum here, it doesn't make the fragrance go boozy, or it doesn't even really give off a boozy aroma, so to speak. It just adds a little bit of spice into the fragrance. The more this settles down, because of that dark chocolate, the fragrance darkens up ever so slightly, but it doesn't go all the way to where it's a complete dark scent. And that is basically the fragrance in a nutshell. Not overly complex, but man, this thing smells fantastic. I know there's a lot of women that like wearing cocoa butter. So wearing this would be like a second skin, so to speak, because it gives off that cocoa buttery aroma, but with vanilla. You get dark chocolate, you get caramel. To me here, the cane sugar, the tonka bean, the benzoin, they are all just supplying warmth and sweetness into the fragrance. Like, with this big note breakdown, you'd think, man, this is going to be a complex fragrance. There's going to be lots of twists and turns. There isn't. But to me, that doesn't bother me. Like I've said this before, if I think a fragrance smells good, I don't care what it costs. I don't care how many notes are in it. I don't care how complex or simple it is. If a fragrance smells good, I'm going to wear the fragrance and I'm going to enjoy it. And this, my friends, is a fantastic smelling fragrance. If you enjoy Gourmand fragrances, you are going to love this. There is no doubt about it. Completely unisex. This would be perfect for having a cozy night in, or if you're going out on a date night, or even if you're going to events and you're dressed a little bit sexy, or fellas, you're dressed a little bit smart and you're feeling a little bit flirty. Wear this fragrance, it will grab attention. Without a doubt, it will do. If you're rocking this and someone gets near you and they pick it up, I guarantee you they're going to be asking, what are you wearing? Because you smell so goddamn good. It's got this happy, sexy, smooth, sweet vibe to the fragrance. Now, because of how sweet it is, not overly sweet, but it is a sweet fragrance. I wouldn't call this a juvenile scent. It's not, I know people use the term bubblegummy sweet. It isn't. To me, it's a little bit more grown up. To me, it's a little bit more of a grown up fragrance, but a teenager could wear it. I think this fragrance, Sugar Kisses, is for all ages, all sexes. Doesn't matter if you're a penguin or whatever you are on the day, you can wear this fragrance. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my full review of Sugar Kisses from Lorenzo Pazzaglia. I do love this. I'm going to dive deeper into his house. I mean, 3 out of 3. Well, I've tried 4 now and I own 3 full bottles. And the 3 that I own, fantastic. The one that I sampled, great. I'm looking at, or I might be getting Summer Hammer. I'm going to see how things go, because people have dropped comments saying you should try Summer Hammer. And there's other fragrances that should be tested from his house. But anyway, great fragrance. Longevity, right. 8 to 9 hours on skin. Pushes very well for the first 2 hours and it lasts for days on clothes. So longevity is above average and projection is definitely above average. I've been wearing 5 to 6 sprays of this and I think maybe that's overdoing it a little bit. You could get away with 3 to 4 sprays, not a problem. But I won't call myself an oversprayer, so to speak. But especially when I'm testing a fragrance, I like to see how beefy it can get sometimes. And this is a beefy fragrance. It sits heavy at first, but the more it settles and the more it turns powdery, it does go a little bit more airier, so to speak. I don't even know if that's a word, but it does go a little bit more airier, but it still sits heavy. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you've tried this. Let me know what you think of it. Which one is your favourite fragrance from the house of Lorenzo Pazzaglia? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sometimes I'll call his brand Lorenzo Pazzaglia, or is it Lorenzo Pazzaglia? I still don't know. Potato, potato. Remember, smelling good's always a pleasure and never a chore. And I will see you lot on the next one. Cheers.